Hey y'all, so I want to talk to you all about the design, creation, inspiration behind my book, Imagine a Beautiful Nightmare. So when I think about a nightmare, I think that like nightmares are considered, fearful and everything. They cause fear, they cause anxiety, they're scary, and there's nothing really beautiful about them. And so I apply that same logic towards like life in general. Like when we go through certain trials and tribulations, tragedies even in our lives, it's hard to see the good in that, like the bright side of that. So with that in mind, like I wanted to show that like, yeah, it's impossible to imagine the good in something that so terrible happened to you. So how I went about designing this. So one of my inspirations behind designing this was It's a Wonderful Life. It's a movie that me and my mom watch together all the time around like Christmas time. It's a beautiful movie that teaches you the value of valuing the things that are important in life in general, and like seeing the good in things, and remember like there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours and everything. So with that in mind, I decided to have a lot of black and white photography in my chapbook because I am a photographer. I enjoy like taking pictures of like nature and just like a lot of things in general. And I decided to put it all black and white because at the end of the day, it's hard to imagine a beautiful image when you don't see all the colors in it. But is it still beautiful? Can you still see the beauty in those images and all that? Also, another thing, like based on that, like I decided to also play with color as well. So like in my chapbook, like you'll notice like a lot of the different colors are black, white, gray, and even red. And there's a reason behind that as well. Like I'm using color for a certain reason to fulfill a specific purpose, especially for each of the poems that I have in there as well. And yeah, the first image on my cover page is significant, especially towards the last image as well. And also light and darkness is important as well in this as well. So like there's a lot of influence of that, a lot of influence of light, color, and all that, yeah. And so the approach I used to revise this was I decided to see what like lines weren't necessary at all, what lines could I take out. Pretty much it was about cutting down because as a writer, I do overwrite a lot, as y'all can see with like most of the letters I wrote to y'all. I wrote way too much for some of y'all, but yeah, like I overwrite a lot, and that's something that I do in my poetry as well, and so like that's something that I definitely like had to do, like to do all that. And I wrote some new poems and I also edited like old ones as well, like Pure Imagination, I Wish. That's a poem that I read in class about my grandpa. That's going to be in there as well as a photograph of me and him together as well. And also it's going to be in black and white. What did I take away from this course? Well, I pretty much took away that, creativity can come in many forms and different shapes. You don't have to follow a set rule when it comes to writing. You can write in any perspective, any point of view that you want, as long as you're putting in the effort and time and energy in writing it. And what I hope readers take away from this my chapbook is pretty much that there's something deeper within it. There's something deeper. There's something more to it. Like there's a lot of symbolism. What do the colors mean? Why is even some of the text white and some of the text black? So yeah, like there's a lot of consideration, and also why is there red in there? Like is red a significant color in that? But the idea behind my chapbook was to just show a black and white world essentially through my photographs and through through colors as well. Like this is a black and white world that we live in. Sometimes it's a gray world that we live in. Sometimes it's a white world and a black world and one or the other. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy it. And I hope that yeah, everything looks good for y'all and everything. And thank you all so much for being so amazing throughout the class and everything. I enjoy reading everyone's work. Everyone did a fantastic job as writers, and yeah, I think that's it.